Oh, yeah, it's another beautiful day. Today is the 28th of December 2022, and we are wrapping up on this year 2022. And ever since the 5th of this month, December 2022, we have been having conversations with different authors that have been published by the Warito brand, having conversations concerning how you can author yourself into authority, wealth, and fame. And today is another great opportunity to listen to one other great mastermind, my very good friend, Udunma Ikoro. I call her UD for short. UD is an amazing, accomplished writer, publisher of books, Amazon bestseller. And I am glad that I'm having this conversation with her this afternoon, where she will be bearing her thoughts and her mind on the concepts of authority, wealth, and fame, and how you can can attain those status by publishing your book. Yudi, welcome. Welcome to this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So nice to be here
It's
with
so,
you.
it's so good to have you here. You are now far away from me, unlike before. I could easily see you in Port Harcourt, but now you are very far. To hug you now is difficult to hug you. But thank God for the internet. We're able to do e-hugs, all right, and have
Yeah,
e-conversations. Thanks a lot
sure.
for the time that you're sparing us. Okay, so let's go right into it. So, guys, if you are tuning in right now, please let's know where you are tuning in from. I don't know if you have chicken in your mouth and a drink. Maybe if you do, you can still be munching while we are having conversations because this period is period of chopping. Yesterday, my friend Nelly said, "Does chicken for this Christmas have calories inside of it?" People said no. The chicken for this Christmas don't have calories. The calories will return from the 3rd of January. So people are munching as much as they can during the Christmas period. All right. So if you are munching, you are drinking, have your munching stuff in your hands, your pen and paper and jotter or diary, as the case may be, to jot down the points that we will be sharing during this conversation. All right. So let's know where you are tuning in from, and we will appreciate you. So for now, we are seeing Philip Nabuchi. Thank you for tuning in. You're tuning in from Onisha in Anambra State, and then Ifan Igwe. I don't know where you're tuning in from. The rest have not yet sorted out. Put comments in the comment section. Please go ahead and do so, and we will hail you. All right. So we have Honore Day. On oh man, this name is long. I hope I will not mess it up. Honor Bayan. Um, you're tuning in from Asaba. Welcome, welcome. So, guys, please go and invite your friends. There is a share button that is beneath the screen. Just click the share button and share this live stream to as many people as possible. Invite your friends to be part of this conversation. In the year 2023, a lot of millionaires will be birthed as a result of these conversations that we're having around books and publishing books. That I can assure you. I have learned a whole lot ever since the 5th that I started holding these conversations. And trust me, some of the things that I've learned, I'm going to put them back in my book. My book that was about 150 pages. I know that my book will get to 200 pages for the amazing stuff that we have been learning ever since the 5th of December. Thank you. So, right, you let's step right into it. We've heard about you, we know a lot about you, but maybe there are some other things that we don't know about you. Maybe you're contesting for political office, we don't know that yet, or maybe you become ambassador to the United States, maybe we don't know, or maybe you just hit a contract of 200 million. So, tell us about yourself. Give us a brief history of your journey from birth through your childhood to your teenage age, to how you discovered your gift of writing, to the things that you've done as exploits in the gift of writing, using your gift of writing, and to your present state now where you are still doing exploits. Please go ahead and share with us.
Thank you so much. I want to say thank you, Mr. And also thank you to Warita for having me here. Thank you so much. And a little bit about me. Already, I've been introduced, and you know my name, but I'll still say that again. I'm Udunma Ikoro. And I am from Abia State, okay, Abia State in Nigeria. And I happen to be someone who discovered her gift of writing early enough. I remember why that was around my age 9. I became the choir mistress of the children's church. So I had someone who I was working with who was also gifted with writing. So we started by writing songs so that we could teach other children. You know, that was where I discovered that I have gifts for writing. And from there, I explored writing poems. And funnily, I usually write more poems during full moon. Each time that there's a full moon, I just find myself so eager to write. And I see words pouring out. And I continued writing. I even wrote a short story, which I lost the manuscript sometime while in secondary school. So, and on, opportunity came for me to write, and I kept on doing that up until one time while in school, in secondary school, an opportunity came for me to be part of a competition, a writing competition. And I was performing excellently until a day came. My English language teacher told me that she's going to drop me, you know. And I wanted to find out why, even though there's a good record I've been performing well. And she told me that my writing was above my age, even the vocabularies I was using. So, and they wouldn't want the judges to feel that someone is helping out somewhere. So that was how I was dropped, and two other students continued. That actually discouraged me. Yes, it discouraged me. I couldn't write further. I couldn't do any other work around writing. The only writing I got involved in were just classroom essays, and also the normal essay competition that we were doing right in school, which everyone was involved with. So that continued up until university. Then I told myself that I can't let someone to take away something that I'm meant to do, because people who came across some of my poems were like, why don't you write again? Why don't you want to publish it? And they kept on encouraging me, and that was how I went back writing. But this time around, I started sharing my thoughts, you know, inspiring people, writing things to inspire people or to getting intentional with their lives. I started sharing some of my experience, and more persons kept on coming to me to tell me, wow, you are doing a great job. And I continued in that way. Along the line, I was also doing editing work because I was, at the time, an English language teacher in a secondary school. I actually taught in classroom for 12 years before, more than 12 years before I had to resign. And resigning from classroom teaching was when it fully dawned on me that it is time for me to take my teaching online and also to explore my writing skill. And I fully left classroom in 2017. And then I delved fully into writing. So it was at that period of trying to gain clarity, trying to do it better, that I met Sir Emeka Nobis. I fondly call him Ogami. So I had a series of meetings, attended some of his trainings, his free trainings, his paid trainings, and also read widely within that period. And that actually helped me to know that I can't wait for any special time, okay? I can't wait for any special time for me to put down my thoughts, what I know, into a book. So, and at that moment, I decided to write about the things that parents uh, are not uh, told to do, the things that teachers can't do for parents, outside the classroom. So I started sharing about it on Facebook, mostly some Saturdays. Okay, I started sharing about that, and on people kept joining, and that was how it got to a point that I had this instruction that I had to document it, because some of the people that ought to hear and practice what I'm teaching are not even on Facebook. That was how I put together my thoughts into a book that I called Phenomenal Parenting. And Phenomenal Parenting happened to be my first book. And being a beginner, I had no other option but to look for an easiest way to get the book published, because I had no fund. There was no fund. I was just starting. I just resigned. That was in July, and this book was published. Okay, in September ending, which I launched on my birthday, October 12th. And all this happened in 2017. So that was how uh, Phenomenal Parenting came into being. And I published it on Amazon. Mind you, the target was not to make the book to become a bestseller on Amazon, but the book turned out to become a best-selling book on Amazon. So many persons came along asking me, how did you make that happen? How did you get that to happen for you? And I thought about to put this into an online course. While I was still working on it, the questions kept coming, and I was opportune to place order for a copy of the book, which was sent from US down to Nigeria. And when I got the book, I showcased it, and many people were, wow, like, you made this happen for you. It was actually a big accomplishment at the time. So, and why people kept coming in both in a day, I had nothing less than 20 people asking me, can you show me how you did this? Can you show me how you made this to happen? And I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yes, you do. I can hear you. I'm here. We are here. We are listening. I can hear you clearly.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, fine. So, and that was how I had packaged the book into today's book, Author's Compass. So I had to show um, other phenomenal persons there, professionals, creatives, writers, individuals that have stories, individuals that have an experience that they wanted to document, individuals that have practiced their expertise for some time, and they would want to teach another person how to also uh, learn either from their mistake or achieve what they have achieved so far. So I had to share everything in the book of those compass. And it has been an amazing journey, because ever since then, I've written over 12 books. Some I don't mention to anyone uh, following me, but they are all on Amazon, and they're doing well. So that's been my journey so far. I've been learning, I've been imparting other people. I grew from just trying to find a way to teach parents what I know, what could help them to raise phenomenal children. to me becoming a book consultant today, becoming a publisher who has helped so many people to publish their books on Amazon, who have also helped other people to even print their books, even with Warita, and it's been amazing helping other people, teaching them how to write, improving on their writing, improving on a whole lot. And just like Mr. Mekanabe said, that maybe there could be other things that I do. Yes, there are other things that I do. I also help people to improve on their English communication skills, especially those who are preparing to take international exams like IELTS. And I founded a community, intentionality community for women, which is known as the Intentional Women Africa. And that is from the training where we birthed this book, the Intentional Woman book, okay, which Warita published. So, and it's amazing to know that from being a clueless person with dreams, experience, expertise, gifts, to becoming a consultant and becoming a publisher and a phenomenal editor that people want to work with. It's been amazing, and my life has actually changed. Mr. Meka, you can testify to that. Thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. I like that. I like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this, UD. Next thing I want you to take us, on a journey inroad into those books, your books that you have there. Share with us, show us the books, share with us the objectives of the book, why you wrote the book, whom the book is for, and the impact that the books have been making so far. Just share with us so that we can have a good grasp of the prowess that you have been exuding as a writer over the years.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll begin firstly with Author's Compass. Okay. Author's Compass, just as the name goes, is actually a complete guide to book writing, self publishing, and marketing of your book. For anyone, whether you've written a book already or you're about to, or you are proposing, okay, I wanted to know that this book is a book that gives you that foundation that you need for you to understand how you can find the book idea that you need. Some people write their books either from the experience they've had. Some people, they write their books either from what they've practiced over a long while. Maybe they were able to sort out or take care of a problem in their lives or in their career. So they go ahead to document the process. All right. Just like this book, I documented the process from the scratch of you to know to find the purpose for writing. One thing I always tell authors who care to hear or listen is that you must find your purpose for writing a book. You must identify your big why for writing that book. Because if you can't define your reason for writing the book, you won't be able to reach your main target audience. All right. So here I shared about finding your purpose for writing a book. One thing I always do with each of my book is I go ahead to mind map. After I found the idea that I want to write about, I mind map. And in this book, I also shared about how you can mind map your book idea. All right, for you to ascertain, is this something that I should go ahead with? So once you find that book idea, mind map, write the thing or that thought, okay, on a play sheet or just write it at the center, and they go ahead to pour out on that sheet of paper every thought that comes to mind. Okay, what comes to mind? For instance, let's say that you want to write about how you were able to conquer your BP blood pressure experience all right, or problem of over 10 years or over 5 years, how you took care of that using a natural remedy. So you just have to put that title or that theme or that thought at the center of the book, and then go ahead to start writing how the problem started, the symptoms that you found. You go ahead to tell us the measures you took, how long it lasted, the problems you encountered, the things you couldn't do, when you found the solution, what you did, how one can also get to put the solution together for themselves, the lifestyle changes you made, how long it took you to recover, so you are pouring all inside, on that sheet of paper, and afterwards you can now arrange them to have your outline. All right, having your outline, that helps you to have a flow of thoughts, to know that, okay, this comes after this comes after this. And while you're on that, remember that you're not writing the book for you. So I also shared how you have to take that book for you to your target audience. And one thing I always talk about target audience, there are the main target audience. And there are three classes of this main target audience. I have the one that I call the reading target audience. I have the people I call the buying target audience. And I have the people that I call the interest target audience. All right. So who are these people? The buying target audience is that audience who knows the value that your book is going to bring to their life. They know the solution they will get. They know the answer that they will get. And they have the capacity to purchase that book. So they are the buying target. So then you have the person that is the reading audience. Most times, these are actually the main people. Okay? For instance, if you wrote a book for children, they are not the buying target, because they won't they don't have money to buy the book. They may not be able to say, oh, or find that that book is meant for them. So it could be the parent who is the buying target that knows the value of that book for their child. Then that's the person that will buy it, and the reading target will read. All right. So then you have the interest target audience. These ones are the people that actually they have interest in that topic, in that idea, in that thought that you shared in your book. So once they see it, they pick interest, they will start promoting that book to let those who can buy it at the time to get the book. They talk about it like they've already purchased their own copy, you know? And, and those people are more like people you can always keep to warm up until they have the capacity to buy the book and also read the book. So, and in the author's compass, I also shared about why you are not yet an author. You have many reasons why you're not yet an author. Some of you are saying, I don't know how to write. Some are saying, I'm not an expert in that career, in that field. You know, I'm just a parent of just let's say, a 2-year-old child. How can I write about parenting? You know, so many reasons. Some of you are telling me, oh, I don't have the time. Some persons are giving a lot of reasons. Some say, oh, I'm not good in English. But in this book, I was able to show you, okay, I was able to show you how you can conquer those things. I gave answers to those questions, those excuses that you have. All right. So, and I also showed you step-by-step guide on how to get your book published on Amazon all by yourself, how you can market your book by yourself, the things you can do with your book aside just selling the book, how your book can help you to get speaking opportunity, how you can help you to get training opportunity, paid training opportunities, and all. So And then coming to the Intentional Woman book, Walter did an amazing work with this book, okay? And this particular copy I'm holding is actually from Amazon. The one that Walter printed is somewhere hanging here. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the one printed by Walter. Can you say how beautiful, like how beautiful that it is? Yeah. And many times when people grab the book, they're wondering, wow, this is so beautiful. You know, Walter is doing an amazing work. So back to the book, The Intentional Woman. So the Intentional Woman book is not, despite that the name is The Intentional Woman, yes, the language was written, the language that of women, you know. I spoke the language of women here. But this is a book for anyone who is willing to build themselves up and get to manifest their greatness. You know, this book is a guide to complete awakening and manifestation of your greatness. In every one of us lie our greatness. And this book, from the start to the end, talked about how you can build self-love, self-confidence, okay, build a high self-esteem, how you can conquer fears that have made you not to take up, you know, your fight. You know, as an individual, I grew up to fight my battle alone. I grew up not having people, especially people in my life, believing in what I believe in. I was discouraged from taking this route of writing. They were asking me, what is writing? Writing is a hobby. It's not a business. It's not a career, you know. But I know quite well that this is what I should be doing. They tend to discourage me. Nobody supported me, you know. But I kept at it. And I told myself that through my writing, through what I'm doing, I will become someone, I'll pay my bills, I'll travel the world. And I thank God amazingly in the year 2020, when the world was locked down, immediately they opened up the borders. You know, that was a difficult year for so many people, but it was a glorious year for me. I made a lot of money in 2020. It sounds funny, you know, and I was able to travel outside the shores of Nigeria, you know, and it could only happen because I continued. I was steadfast, I was consistent, I was intentional, you know, and that is all I taught here in this book. And this book have affirmations that will help you on daily to affirm what you believe, affirm your greatness, and also to help you to identify about how to for you to grow in your career, how to grow in your life, in your work with your maker, you know, and how to build the right relationship. I had four women, okay, who shared their life stories in this book. One shared about how she was a drug addict. One shared about how she went into sex traffic as a child. You know, one talked about how she her parents abandoned her and she worked her way through difficult times, and today she's a two masters holder. She's married with kids. She today she's lecturing with universities in US. She has her own of office, her own company. Even the university that denied her opportunity for schooling with them, today they came to work with her. So there are amazing stories here, even about ladies who, all these stereotypes about a woman should not live alone. You know, I had such things thrown at me. How can only you are single, staying alone? You know, people thought of all manner of things about me, but thank God for intentionality. You know, all that changed. all those people that spoke ill have turned around to celebrate me, celebrate every win, and I'll be going about having amazing time with this book reading, a tour from one city to another city. The next city might be your city, and the next country might be your country. So, and amazingly, phenomenal parenting is somewhere around here. I hope I'll be able to get it. Okay. Yeah, this is phenomenal parenting. Now, in this book, I taught about 21 rules of what parents need to be doing in this time for your child to become phenomenal, how to get your child to be involved in activities, how you can review what they're doing, how you can connect them to network with other people, how you can kill any kind of shyness and fear in your children, how you can help your children to learn languages so that they can have advantage, in the world. We know that once you have another language, it gives you an edge. So many thoughts that I poured in here. Some errors that parents make and how they can correct it. So it's just so much that I don't even know how to keep breaking them down and all. But sure, once you get the books, you'll be able to grab all the values that I shared. And these books actually took a lot from me to make them become a reality. When I wrote the Intentional Woman book, I had an accident. That was last year. Um, it was a difficult time for me. But because of the instruction that came that I should make this book available, I was on the sick bed, still going for physiotherapy twice a week until it became once a week. And I was doing everything possible, despite the bills I was paying, to make sure that this book was printed here in Nigeria. And I'm so happy that so many women have grabbed this. Even men bought this book and they've written reviews. I have recently a man of over 60 years got the Phenomenal Parenting book, and he wrote a review about it, which was published on Vanguard and also on the Guardian, Texas Guardian News in US as well. So amazing things have been happening around this book because people know the value that is inside it. I call it self-manifestation encyclopedia because that is what it is. It's a complete, in fact, everything in totality that you need for you to manifest your greatness. So it's something to always go back to refer to, so that you make sure that you're on the track. All right, so thank you. That is much I could say about these books.
This is a very quite very concise explanation about your books. I'm very excited about how you made this explanation. Thank you so much, Judy. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to go. So, guys, if you're watching now, if you've got questions for UD, please go ahead and drop the questions in the comment section, and UD is going to take them up. And also, please go ahead and share this live stream. There is a share button beneath the frame that you are watching right now. So, wherever that you are tuning in from, please share this live stream so that many other individuals can come to participate on in this conversation. So thank you so much. Thank you so much again, UD. The question I'm going to ask now is the question for which we have set up this summit. Okay, um, what has it been for you in terms of growing authority, wealth, and fame by publishing your books, becoming an Amazon bestseller, and becoming so good at writing?
Thank you. In fact, one thing I tell people is once you hear the word authorship, authorship is just authority. That's just what it is. Okay? And why you are writing your book, I want you to know that you have grown beyond yourself. You have become an authority. You're just trying to prove to the world that you are the person that they should listen to, that have an idea to an extent that could help them. You are telling the world that you have an answer to whatever thing that they are going through in that topic, in that thing that you have written on. So for me, authoring these books have actually placed me as an authority. I can't say that I know it all in all that I've written because I am still learning. I'm still learning from other people. I'm still enrolling for trainings. I'm still growing, but so far, I could say that the book established me as an authority. When I wrote Phenomenal Parenting, I had so many people come to me to ask questions in terms of parenting. And the people that read this book, even those that are parented teenagers, even adults, they still found the book helpful. And that's to tell you that sometimes what we know is beyond us. What we know is more than what the credits we give to ourselves. I remember someone telling me that you know too much to be where you are. And that is what I keep telling myself each time that I want to give up or I want to stop. Or each time I find myself um, trying to question if I am the right person or the best person that should actually talk about a particular thing at a time. So, and with the Intentional Woman book, I've also come to that point where when I talk about women, people listen because they believe that I have a first-hand experience. They believe that I've also learned so much that I have something to pour. And that has also helped me in holding a lot of conversations, interviews I have with women around topics that have to do with them, their greatness, their family, their marriages, their career, and it's been amazing. And in times of wealth, I will tell you that I used to be that one when I started. There were days that I didn't have money when I was in Port Harcourt. I didn't have money for transport to go for trainings that were add value to me. I didn't have money to do certain things, you know, even some essential things, but I kept at it. And I've grown to that level where I can comfortably pay my bills. I remember last year when I had an accident, there was a need, for people to come to my aid. But I just had that thing in my spirit that, hey, whoever that wants to reach out to you, will reach out to you, who has an idea, but don't take it public. Just believe that you'll get out of this and you will. And how I got out of it, in a space of 1 year, I had flood issue that affected uh, my stuff, but I was able, despite the doctors stopped me from working using my laptop. I wasn't doing much. It was consultation that I was doing with that laptop work that helped me to bounce back. You see, so my writing helped me to build uh, a lot of streams of income that even if something affects one, another is open. I do reviews for manuscripts. That was something I was doing without using the laptop. At that time, reviews were coming in, and I was getting money for me to pay my hospital bills and for me to eventually get another accommodation and set up myself up again, and also for me to attend to a lot of things. This year, I was able to tour 3 cities, hosting book reading. They were all possible with the wealth that I am building from my writing. I've also had international organizations, companies hire me to write for them. There's some things that don't come on Facebook to also talk about anyway. And I write for them. I have a current one I'm working with in Australia. It's a health organization. a head company, let me use that word. And I help them to write content. And they're paying me. My money come in six figures, and a whole lot. The sales of book is one thing, yes, but what comes that you do with your book is another. Hosting book reading, hosting webinars, creating online courses. These are also amazing avenues for you to also create wealth for you. Amazon, I keep getting money coming in. I've not published a book recently on Amazon, but I still get my royalty from some of the books that I have on Amazon. They're still coming in for me. Apart from Amazon, other platforms, some Nigerian online bookstores as well. And sometimes when they drop, I'll be like, oh, so somebody somebody read on this app. Oh, somebody purchased from this bookstore. And it goes a long way to tell us that our gifts, our experience, our pain can actually make money for us. So don't push anything aside. That experience that you are going through right now can tomorrow help you to make impact in the lives of other people. I've impacted so many women that I have people who believe so much in me that they even direct their children to come to me for mentorship. And they pay. People pay me for an hour for me to speak either to their daughters, to talk to their wife, to talk to their sister, and it's just a phone conversation. And I dissect whatever thing it is, and I'm paid. So it's a whole lot that your book can expose you to, can help you do. And I'm looking forward when countries, governments of countries, and corporate organizations in all the continents will be reaching out to me for me to come speak to the women, to the girls. And I must tell you that it has been amazing. And the Intentional Woman book, actually, people are paying for copies. I've had someone pay for 10 copies, 20 copies for the book to be given out. Why? Because they see the value that is in it. So, and also with this book, my NGO, the Intentional Women Africa, is doing well. It has helped to position the NGO in such a way that people are identifying with it. Just this December, we did the launch of our cervical and breast cancer screening campaign. Beyond creating awareness, we're doing screening for people and also giving them first treatments, if they're found with cancerous cell. And it's amazing what the book opens you up, to achieve, to do for humanity and also for yourself. So apart from impacting lives, we're also making money. We're also rightly positioned at the right places to the right people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Idi. I'm behind the screen here, just enjoying the conversation with you. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you is not just about writing books; it's about writing books and being able to get those books into the hands of many individuals. So tell us, how have you been able to market your book, promote your book? Maybe two, three, four strategies that you have been utilizing to market your book, so that those who want to really write the books by virtue of this conversation that we are doing today, will know that it's not just about writing, but also about promotions and marketing. Tell us how you've been able to do that so far.
Thank you, sir. All right. One thing that I do, I also wrote this in my book, okay, my free book, the book of writing blueprints, okay, checklist, sorry. Now, this is something that you do from the beginning, whether you're writing the book as a free book or you're writing the book for it to be sold, you must know that that book was not written for you. You didn't write that book to be in your bookshelf, to be in your phone, in your devices. It's actually meant to be purchased. It's actually meant to reach the target audience. So from the time that you are setting out who your target audience are, you must start talking about your book from the beginning. Before I even completed this book, aside from it, other books I've written, but especially this book, I have the book is not here, but I think it's somewhere close. I wrote down all that I want to do with the book. I am serious. I wrote down the people I want the book to get to, the number of people I want them to purchase the book at a certain duration of time. And I also wrote out how I'm going to do that. So, firstly, what I did with this book, the Intentional Woman book, was when I was doing the 3-day training, free training for ladies, for women, which I titled The Intentional Woman. I used that opportunity to let them know that I am it was not the first set, it was not the second, I think it was the third set. That was when I actually it dawned on me that I had to document this book, okay, so that it can reach people. Actually, the Holy Spirit told me that this book should get up to 5,000 women, and the best way to do it is for it to be in a book. So that was when I had to start documenting all I was teaching them and much more that came to mind. So I started telling them that there's a book, that this, all that I'm teaching you and much more is coming in a book. I started hosting some webinars, free webinars, to talk about what I'm writing in the book and start telling them to start getting a copy of the book. Before this book was published and launched in 2021 July, already for a duration of 1 year, I was already talking about this book. Yes, for a duration of 1 year, I was talking about this book. So you must talk about your book. And you must let people know the value that is in it so that they can position themselves to buy. And it's good to also create a pre-order of this book in time. Put in consideration, if that book is going to be a paperback, that there's a cost for printing so that you don't shoot yourself on the leg, okay? At first, when I started doing the pre-order of this book, I didn't know that the cost of printing will go higher. So the actual cost for printing when we were done was higher than the pre-order amount. So that is one thing to take note of. Sometimes you may not really know it, but it's always good that you reach out to the vendors you have to work with. You have to reach out to your publisher, and know what the cost is, so that while you are setting your price, you'll be able to put the right price. All right. And then I got the ladies that attended the program to start writing reviews and start sharing the reviews. I asked my friends to go through the book, okay, the manuscript before it was ready, for them to also write a plot, which I also used in creating awareness. And I ensured that this book got to different bookstores beyond my city. That is another thing. So that those people will also promote it. And as many people who buy the book, I asked them to take a picture, which I was sharing. Some people did one minute video, which I also shared. And as people were also paying for some copies to be given out free, I also thought about it. I use it to hold a little giveaway contest so that people can also talk about it, spread the word, and then finally we'll get someone who will win it. So these were ways that I was getting this book to spread out. And I also reached out to all those amazing bookstores like Robin Heights, Book Place by Warita, to make sure that they have this book in their bookshelf. Okay, and it's been amazing. And another thing is, you don't sit and just wait for the money to come to you or for people to come and buy your book. You have to, like Mr. Mekanobis will always say, you have to market your book shamelessly. Talk about it at every given opportunity. I was also reaching out to communities for me to come and speak in the community and talk about the book as well. Okay, and that also helped So we had more people coming in to buy the book, and people also buying the book because they hear about it. They go on Amazon to go and buy those that are not in Nigeria, those that we cannot send a copy to. So that was how I kept on getting the book to people. And then the book reading was another opportunity. I will share this strategy because I think it's what people learning from it. I hosted book reading of the Intentional Woman. And I had people, the first time I did book reading was for Authors Compass. I heard that in Rwanda. So before I got to Rwanda, I reached out to a bookstore and I negotiated with them. We were able to spread the word, run some ad, and people paid for copies of the book and also paid to come and listen to me, teach them how they can write and publish their book. So that was the first book reading I did, and that was in Rwanda. And then back here in Nigeria, I had to go on a tour with this book. And then I also ensured that before I get to a city, that people pay the exact amount for this book. I was not asking them to get any other thing. So it was on me to give them, to make sure that I got a good setting, a good venue, got water for them. And then there were also some side activities that were involved. You know, for those who wanted extra, those that did sip and paint with me, they paid extra money, you know, for them to paint and have lunch and also ask me more questions while other people were gone. So, and that also helped us to sell more copies of this book. There was no city that I went to that I had anything less than 20 people in attendance in that city. Some people didn't attend, but they purchased the book as well. And each time I go to a city, when people hear about me being there, you see someone booking for, you know, other services. And also some other persons also reached out to buy the book. Some even paid so that I can have people have the book in that city. So, and I've also gone on televisions, okay, to also be interviewed to talk about my book. That has also given the book publicity as well. And much more the media and all that. So that has been the way that I've been marketing this book. And so you have to take note that you have to do everything possible to get this book to be selling. Create courses, create activities around it, and have people show genuine interest in the book. And it's only when they know the value they stand to gain, that's when they will show that interest. Make the book such that people will desire, they will feel left out if they don't have your book. Yes, you have to dress it, you have to wear it, you have to do everything you can do with your book because it is your legacy, it is your property, it is your product. So you are the only one that can talk about it passionately. And the more you do that, the more people will buy into it, people will pick interest, and people will also celebrate it the way you're celebrating your book. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, UD. Okay, because we have been talking about publishing and publishing. Some people will ask, okay, this publishing self, where do we even start? So I want you to share with us what has the experience been with Warital as regarding the publishing of your book, and is it a company that you will advise people who are watching us to go to when it has to do with them publishing their books? Share with us, please.
Thank you. I will tell you this. When it comes to publishing your book, okay, you must make sure that you work with, let me say, excellent and reliable company like Warrenter. Now, there's always the theft of people's materials, manuscripts, you know, they are, and they feel like their word has been taken. They feel like they've lost it all. I know how difficult it is for you to write and lose your manuscript. It has happened to me. It has happened to me one time, and I tell you, it's not a funny thing. So, if you're thinking of publishing your book, you must think about working with Warrington because their excellence is shown from the first step all the way to when your book gets into your hand. You don't want to work with a company that they will tell you, oh, your manuscript is missing. They will tell you, oh, it's okay, we can handle it. And by the time you see the finished work, you'll be wondering, what in the world is this? And I tell people that writing your book, having a book out, is you creating a legacy. You don't deal with it like you would deal with any issue or any subject or anything that is of non-importance to you. So treat it like it is your life, because it's actually a part of your life that you are about to transfer to people, even beyond uh, your time, your generation. So when you think about publishing, work with the best hands and think about a warrantor. Make sure that you are working with editors who know their onion, people who will not play with your book. Make sure that your book cover is properly designed. I'm sure you love what Warrington did here. Yes. You don't give your book cover to be done by just anyhow person. You make sure that it's something that represents the value, the contents, the message that you have right inside your book. All right? And publishing is not cheap. I'll tell you the truth. Publishing is not cheap. There could be different ways for you to try to cut costs. But while you're trying to cut costs, make sure that you don't end up getting what will not sell. Make sure you don't create what you will not be proud of to share with the world, or something that in a short time you want to review it. No. Make sure that you create such that even in the next 5 years, 10 years, except when you need to add more thought, that's when you'll be thinking about having a review of that book. So with Warita, you're rest assured of quality, you're rest assured of timely delivery, you're rest assured of getting excellent delivery, you're rest assured of good communication. I love the fact that while you want them to design your book cover, they'll give you a form to fill. Input all that you want them to do, and they will know that this is what you stipulated. And if there's anything that won't work, they will discuss it with you. This won't work, so that you can make adjustments. And that is the best thing that you can get, And where they also need you to work with other people, they recommend the right hands that will also work with you. So working with Warita is putting your fears, throwing your fears to the bin, you know, like, oh, what will happen to my manuscript? Oh, what will happen to my intellectual property? You are rest assured that they will give you the best. Just like a few days ago, I got a call from Fola, and it's about my book being on Bookplace app. And even though he was the one that got this book printed, and I worked with him over it, he has the manuscript and all, he didn't just go ahead to put it on his app. He needed to get my consent, and that is the right thing to do. All right. So you need someone who you're rest assured that even in 10 years to come, 20 years to come, nothing will happen to your intellectual property, and they have your interest at heart. They keep promoting their authors. This is happening because it's a way of them promoting their authors. And I tell you, that is what every author wants. You want someone who will showcase your work. You want someone who will make your work easier, who will help your book to sell, who will also be there to support you all the way. So think about excellence, think about water. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all these things you are sharing with us. I mean, they are deep, they are meaningful, they are very resourceful. Thank you. Okay, my final question to you is: we are going into 2023. What are your plans? I think you are about to make. I don't know if you are planning to make $1 million or $100 million. What are your plans? Are you doing any tour? What exactly will you be doing with regards to your knowledge and the books that you'll be releasing for 2023? Go ahead and share with us as we begin to call it a day on this session, or a wraps on this session.
Thank you so much. I have a lot of plans. In fact, actually, yesterday, I I wrote down the goals, the things that I need to do with my company, Communicate Resource Hub, and I also wrote the things I want to do with my books. And come 2023, yeah, I have a lot of books that are coming out. The first one is The Intentional Girl. You know, I'm all about women and girls. So I'm cooking a book for the girls. I've also reached out to many parents that have female children to know what is it they actually want their child to know, to learn, which they didn't know, or maybe something that they knew then that helped them, but they need their children to read about it for themselves beyond what they're telling them at home. And I've had so many people send things in, and I'm also going to add that to what I have already. So, come 2023, I'll be launching The Intentional Girl. I'll be launching a book for teenagers, for children, Mirror. Yeah. I People look at mirror, they see a reflection of the exact who they are. But the Word of God told us that the Word of God is the true mirror that reflects our true personality. And that is what a book is going to be for children. It will be showing them who they truly are, their future, their tomorrow, who they are today, what they could do for them to manifest that reflection, the true person that they see in the mirror of God's word, and how they can actually become outstanding, because the world is becoming evil. A lot is happening. So I'll be showing them different mirrors that they need to look at so that they could become better. So, and I also have other books that will be coming for writers, and I'll also be launching my writing um, platform as well, where people will get to, writers will get to improve on their grammar, get to improve on the writing, become better. I will host some programs. Yes, I've already discussed that with Fola. Um, Sometime around July is the Masterpiece Writers Summit, which I did in Port Harcourt. Mr. Mekanovis, I know you remember, you were one of our phenomenal speakers. So it will be happening in Lagos in the year 2023. And it will be an opportunity for us to showcase a whole lot. We'll be helping people to launch their book the same day using the same audience and getting to have many people see their work and buy their work. And a whole lot of activities that will be happening within that summit. So it's going to be something that we've not seen. Yeah. And I'm working big towards it. So, and a whole lot that I'll be doing. I'll also be taking tour. I'm looking at traveling to at least 2 or 3 African countries for my book tour, and also do more. So, but in Nigeria, we'll be starting with Abuja. So, if you are in Abuja, get ready. I'll be coming with Intentional Woman book on the book tour in your city before we move to other cities and other countries. So, those are some of the things that we're having planned to do, and I hope to make more money. Yes, I hope to make more money. I'm actually setting target that is huge. I don't want to announce here, but he's actually running into hundreds of thousands of dollars that I want to make through my writing skill, my consulting and coaching skill. And I tell you that it will happen. It will happen. And I will celebrate it with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, UD. At this juncture, I want to say thank you to you for this great session you've had with us. I'm very grateful and glad that we eventually had it. Congratulations to you on your event that happened and made us not to connect initially. But thank God we've been able to pull this through today. So thank you, UD, for this great session. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Tiwani Precious, thank you so much. Caleb Monsonago, I hope I get it correctly. Thank you, Chidi Obasi. Thank you so much. Ifan Igwe, thank you to everyone who tuned in for this session today. I
Thank
look
you,
forward to
everyone.
connecting with you guys today again at 6 p.m. for another session with another great author. UD, all the way from here in the city of Owerri to you in the city of Lagos. God bless you. Keep on keeping on. Great exploits to you. I look forward to connecting and seeing you again in the coming year. God bless you and goodbye.
Sir. Bye.